everyone, this is Chris Stewart here from Assured Bits again. Last week I posted a couple of videos around setting up an Oracle announcement and then constructing a DLC based on that announcement and publishing the funding transaction for a DLC. And what I'm going to do today in this demo video is to show you guys what it looks like to have the Oracle attest to what happened in the real world, in this case, who won the Tampa Bay versus Philadelphia football game, and then show you how to close out or settle your DLC with your counterparty. So first things first, I am being both the Oracle and a participant in the DLC here. Usually this is a big no-no, but for demo purposes, it's easiest to show you guys all of this stuff in a singular flow. So the very first thing we're going to do here is attest to who won this football game between Tampa Bay and Philadelphia. So first, the very first thing to do is figure out who actually won the game. So we'll type in Tampa Bay versus Philadelphia. We'll go to, a site that is reputable and see what the final score was. Just go to NFL.com. And as you guys can see here, it looks like Tampa Bay won this football game 28-22. So let's come back to Krystal Bull and open up the announcement details. And you guys can see here, the outcomes are grayed out. Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, tie, other. NFL.com just told us that Tampa Bay won, so let's sign that outcome. And now that we've got it signed, we also need to broadcast the attestations to the Oracle Explorer. This is a way, the reason to do this is so that counterparties or users in your DLC can actually find the signatures so they can close out their DLCs. So if we come over here to the Oracle Explorer now, if you remember in the previous video, this attestation section was empty. This is because the event hadn't occurred and the Oracle didn't sign one of the outcomes. If we look at the JSON for it, you can see that it's Tampa Bay that has won this bet. So now I'm switching over to looking at this as a user of the Oracle. So I'm coming to the site. I'm wondering when Chris Stewart _5, Umbrel publishes these announcements, and I finally see that this has occurred. So I'm going to copy these attestations to my clipboard and come over to my DLC wallet and find my active DLC here in the wallet. And the status of this DLC is confirmed. It's in progress. Each of us put in 50,000 sats. And what we're going to do next is execute this DLC. And what we need to do here is paste in those attestations into this Oracle signature field. This gives the wallet information to decrypt one of the contract execution transactions, or CETs, and makes them valid so that it can be broadcast on the Bitcoin network. So let's click OK here. Okay, so a couple things happened here. We can see that the status of this DLC switched over to claimed in this table. I now have a closing transaction ID for my DLC, and you can see various financial information has been filled in too. So I took Philadelphia in this bet, so that means Philadelphia didn't win. I lost all my money, so I have a negative 100% P&L, or sorry, negative 100% rate of return. My P&L is minus 50,000 sats, and that is the outcome of this bet. We can go check that this transaction, this closing transaction or CET, got broadcast on Block Explorer, and you can see it showing up here. So you can see we spent a single output, which is the funding output for the DLC, to my counterparty's wallet address. So that's what the closing process for a DLC looks like. This is kind of the culmination of this video series, showing what the flow for setting up a DLC looks like, what closing a DLC looks like, and then setting up an Oracle announcement with Umbrel. If you guys have more questions, don't hesitate to reach out online. I'm more than happy to answer them.